is well, it's been running for 9 years now. We've obviously formed an archive. We've done a lot of research and dug up a lot of information. We've also started a charitable trust. There are a lot of modern taxidermists, particularly young females, coming into the subject.
Hi, my name's Maria. I'm a manager at a nightclub and I love taxidermy. It's my hobby. My dad's a pagan and he used to collect loads of animal skins. He's got like owl paws with balls inside them just hanging around. I kind of got more into it when I started buying pieces and then getting more pieces, and then I thought I could try and do this myself, and so I started on the moles and started doing it like that, and then just trying to work my way up and just collecting more and more items. So my mum accepts it. She still thinks it's a bit weird and she always tells me to use gloves. I'm like, oh, do I when I'm 23 now? But she always thinks, because I'm always ill, she's like, I'm sure it's those animals. I'm like, Mum, I'm pretty sure it's not. I researched artists and stuff like that, but a lot of it is just me trying to figure out how it works, because you try and look at videos or it try and tells you stuff, but you don't really know until you've tried it, because it's a lot harder, and it's really, you can see with the budgie, it was just kind of the feathers were everywhere, and so it's kind of more doing it more until you get it right. Yeah, my friends, they like it. There's a couple friends that don't, and I have to hide it from them, but I just put a cover over it. Within taxidermy, I don't really know anyone else who's probably done it. I've had people in my year that used it, and it worked really well, but I'm not sure why people don't do it. I think it is growing, it's a growing trend, but I think some people are still a bit disturbed by it, and they're still like, oh, you're gutting an animal, and you're like, no, you're taking the skin off. So it's I think there is an element of it being oh, it's a bit out there, look, dead animals, but I think there's still a lot of people who don't like it, vegans. I think it's more funny and cutesy rather than trying to make it look how it's supposed to look. I'd rather just do it as a hobby, because I don't think there is that much money to be gained from it.
It's been an uphill battle, I think, for everybody involved in the taxidermy business or the taxidermy trade, because people don't want to share. People do not want to share their customer base. They don't want to share their skills, and because I suppose it's such a limited market and a specialised market, why would you want to tell someone who your customers are?
Back then it was more for showing, for example, people who've never seen animals from another country before. It was bringing that over and preserving it and then showing them what it looked like. But yeah, now it's more to use more kitsch. It should be there, but there's just mush, so maybe that is its brain.
Regarding modern day taxidermy, we have very stringent laws in the UK, and quite rightly so. Most taxidermists are wildlife enthusiasts and conservationists, and most modern taxidermy is sourced from roadkill or aviary deaths.
I think the public's main problem with taxidermy is that there's still the thought of we're going out and killing something just to stuff it. It's not. A lot of taxidermists these days get roadkill or pest kill, so it's not people actually going out to kill something just for the purpose of that. I think that's where the problem still lies. The same with sort of fur, vintage fur is now alright, but people are not really going out there to kill something just to hang up on their wall. Yeah, it's more about the misconception of where we get animals from. The same with like the law, you're not really allowed to sell taxidermy without a licence unless it is really old, like over 100 years old, because of how new the kill is. I think that's what it was. Don't want to just get like an animal and then stuff it badly. Like if I get a big animal like a pet, I don't want to do it badly. Like same with my cat. If she ever died, I would only suffer if I was good at it. I don't want to just do a hack job. If someone else wanted to get into it, I'd say either start with small animals or do a course. Like, just try and do something, because that's really what I want to do, so.
I think people like Polly Morgan and Damien Hirst and all that, they've brought it to the forefront, into the artistic world, and like I say, we've got these people that are, it's not taxidermy as I strictly call it taxidermy, but nevertheless they're using the word taxidermy, and it's gained an interest, and lots of interior designers are using it now.
Well, I like animals anyways, and it's kind of fascinating to kind of bring it to life again when it's dead, so yeah, I thought might as well try it. All my friends think it's kind of weird though, but in some way kind of interesting as well. It kind of make fun of it all the time, like pointing at animals and you should stuff it or something. If I could, I probably would do more taxidermy, like in sculptures and like exhibitions of it. I find that taxidermy has kind of become an art in some ways, because you can create different animals and add different things like wings and yeah, whatever you want. Well, the rat here is actually my first attempt, so it turned out quite good, I think. So, well, I'm doing a lot of research on taxidermy right now, so I've seen different artists creating new animals and I kind of like went with it, so yeah. I don't like people killing like for just to make taxidermy, because most of my taxidermy animals are roadkill or yeah, rats. I would like to do like taxidermy for museums as well, so you kind of have to do real things, of course. But I really like kind of playing God, I guess.
Well, I call it new wave taxidermy, because the kind of new movement in taxidermy seems to be away from the old kind of stuffy Victorian way of presenting taxidermy, i.e. in a glass-fronted box. It's kind of used in a different way, in a more artistic manner, more so than the way that they did it in Victorian times, which was either scientific or for using brightly coloured specimens to brighten up a